Hey guys, welcome. Journey into nature, the outdoors. I've been wanting to make this video. The purpose of this video is I want to see how long I can run my AC, which runs using 1,000 watts. And I want to do it live with you so you can actually see how long it's going to run it on my battery.
Using only my 24-volt battery bank.
Here we go.
16 T605 Trojan batteries.
So right
there
now,
is no solar.
Just to show you, the battery is at 25.4, and the load right now is 32 watts. That's basically the LED lights that you see on here in the cabin. And not to mention the refrigerator is on, but since it's already nice and cool, it's not really kicking on the compressor. It's just maintaining. So let's turn this puppy on and see what it'll do. The temperature right now is 80 degrees. Nope, no, that's wrong. Actually, it is. It's 80.8 degrees. All right, let's turn it on. And the time is 8:05. Just heard the compressor kick in. It has a lot to cool down since it's 80 degrees. So I think I'm just gonna put it on 70, 74, leave it on 73. And let's see how long it'll run. The battery is at 24 volts and the load is still 1,100. It's 1,100 on the load. Remember, it's running the AC and the refrigerator, and of course the lights in here as well. The time right now, 9:05, and AC still set at 73. Cool. Low. The temperature, you can see right there, is 75. It has cooled down a lot, but we're trying to get to 73. I'm actually thinking of moving it to 74 because I definitely do want to drain my batteries all the way and not have a cool temperature. So let me just go ahead an hour later. Once again, it's 9:08. After running for 1 hour and 3 minutes, I will change it. I'll just change it to 74. Just 1 more degrees. That's where we're at. Yeah. 75 degrees.
I am so honored you invited me here.
What did you think of the Imperial Library?
It's amazing.
Watching
so many books
TV.
in one place.
I imagine books are hard to come by on cigarettes. Please, sit.
Okay, this is my setup. I put that light there so it'll actually makes it a little easier to see things. Once again, the battery is at 23.9. I definitely don't want it to drain it too much. As a matter of fact, let me see if I turn it off to see if the battery volt goes any higher. Only reason why I want to check that is because the battery, in order to be drained at 50%, I would have to be at 24.2, and I don't mind going a little lower, but I don't want it to get any lower than say 23.8. That is going to be the bare minimum. but I want to check and see if I turn off the AC to see if the 23.9 is going to remain or if it'll jump up a little bit. That'll let me know how accurate the reading is. So let's try that.
Curiosity is into crime.
How slowly.
Okay.
Almost no one did like I thought. Math doesn't take sides, it doesn't judge.
Let's see what's happening. Yeah. The watch just dropped to 94 now, 93. And see how the battery just jumped up to 24.8. That is telling me that it's not giving me quite a very accurate reading. So let me go ahead and crank it on again. That lets me know that I'll go ahead and let it drain to about 23 point, maybe 23 exactly, because right now it just jumped all the way to 24.9, which is almost 25. So that's one more, just one, so I can let it drop all the way to 23 in order to, if I let it drop to 23, I should be at 24, which should be fine. The load right now is 92, but remember, I still have the lights on in here and I have the refrigerator. Okay. Temperature 75.
Trantor was going to be destroyed.
9/11.
You understand? These aren't things I'm anxious to tell people. It's just what the math tells me.
Why let me come all this way just to listen?
It's a good question. You tell me.
Okay, just cranked on. Let's take a look at here. Looks like the compressor hasn't quite hit. We're still at 148 watts load. The battery's still at 24.9. Here in a little bit, you'll see it. You'll see the wattage go up to about 1,000 as soon as the compressor kicks in. As soon as that happens, I'm gonna turn off the camera and I'm gonna start putting it on time lapse. Just remember, dropping it to 24.2, that's depleting your batteries to 50%, and you definitely don't want to deplete it any less than that. You can, but it can destroy your batteries. They recommend not to deplete the batteries more than 50%.
Get some sleep. You should take the rest of the night to find I know it's not the prize you came here for.
74, 75. The compressor's not kicking in, and I'm thinking that it's because, oh, there he goes. I hear it. Let's see. Yep, yeah, it did kick on. 1,000 watts right now. And see how the battery level shows 24 now. So under load, it shows 24 volts. But once you take off the load, it will jump up like to 25 almost. So I definitely don't want to deplete it less than 23. If I deplete it 23, we should be at 50% once I turn it off and it goes back to normal. Well, I'll continue recording. I'm gonna put it in on the fast. I'm gonna stop this video here, and then I'm gonna put the camera to where it can continue on the time lapse. Looks like the batteries are at 23.7, 23.8, and the kilowatts, or the watts, the load is still 1,000 1004. So it's still draining. The battery's pretty heavy. It's been draining them non-stop. And the time now is 10:05. Let's go see how the AC is doing. Well, this shows that it's already on 73.8. And we needed to get to 74. So the compressor should be cutting off any minute since we reached the temperature. Well, we'll see in the next hour or so if it cuts off. Right, Mombi?
Yes, 1 hour or so.
All right, well, here we go again. The time right now is 10:17 p.m. The battery level is 24.7. The load is 72 watts. At this time is when the AC compressor just dropped, means we're at temperature that was set. Let me see. Yep, 73.8 still. And our setting is still at 74. AC is still going. But the compressor is not. The compressor is not on, therefore it's not taking much load. It's basically just has the fan going, and of course the refrigerator still going, and the light that I have going on in here as well. So you can see the battery level still 24.8. All right, let me continue time lapsing the video. Battery is at a 24.5 and the load is only 125 watts. The battery looks like it's still at three-quarters full. We're not using much. One thing that I wanted to point out is keep in mind we're just using just the battery bank right now. There ain't no solar out there. So there ain't no sun out there. It's in the middle of the night, so there's no other source of power but the battery, as you can see here. Only battery power. And the time right now is 11. We'll just call it 11:05. And the compressor just cut off again. It seems like the compressor is cutting off every 30 minutes or so, and it lasts about 30 minutes off. There you go. You're at 74. And looks like it's 74 degrees. Looks like the battery is at 24.7 now, and the load 68 watts. I'll put it on time lapse again. compressor just kicked on. The battery voltage is 23.7 and the wattage that is pulling is 1,003. So that's where we're at right now. Battery seems to be holding up still. The time right now, 12:05. My beautiful sleeping. She couldn't hang. So temperature right now is 75. Compressor just kicked on, so it's trying to bring it down to 74 again. All right. Let's see. I will see you back in an hour at 1:05. The time right now is 1:05 in the morning. The compressor just kicked on and the battery level is 23.5 volts and the load is right at 1,100 watts. So let's go see where the AC and how it's doing. Setting still 74 and temperature here inside the room is 74.5. Compressor seems to be cutting on and off like every 5 to 10 minutes now. All right. Battery is at 24.4. The load is 132 watts. That means that the compressor is not on the AC at the moment. And the time is 2:05. Is clicking on right at this moment, and the time is 2:05 still. So let's go see what that does to the inverter and how the wattage goes up. There it is. The battery is 23.5 every time that the load on kilowatts, right now it's 1,000, and every time that the compressor kicks on, it brings the battery down. But as the compressor kicks off, the load or the watts drop and the battery stabilizes and goes up phone has been going dead, so I'm gonna let it charge for a little bit. Right before I go to bed, I will leave it on time lapse. Okay, the time right now is 3:05. The battery level is 24.5 volts, and there's only 68 watts of load. The compressor and the AC is off at the moment. Alright, after this video, I'm gonna go to sleep for a few hours, and I will leave it on time lapse this time around. Last time the phone died on me, so I had to charge it. So good morning. The time right now is 7:15 almost. So the battery is at 24.3 with the load being 69 watts. I got woke up by an alarm because the solar panel, the sun is starting to come out this morning, so it is starting to want to charge. So let's see. That's the AC. See PV. I've got 26 volts coming in now, and 26 watts of from the solar. The sun. Okay. So once again, the battery level right now with no load is basically 68 watts. The battery is 24.3. That's the lowest it's gotten. The battery still shows 3/4 full. Like I said, 24.3. So I ran the AC all night, from 8 at night all the way to 7 in the morning, and that is a total of 11 hours. So I ran the AC for 11 hours. And that was also lights and the refrigerator. And like I said, I didn't even use 3/4 of the battery. Time right now, once again, it's 7:15, and let's go outside. There's the AC is still on. 4. Temperature 75. That means the compressor's about to kick on as well. Let's go outside. And here we go. Good morning. As I'm checking the batteries, they did not overheat. They are nice and cool. This is good news. Well, everything looks good in there. The sun is trying to come out. Well, guys, this is Journey into Nature, the outdoors. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to join. Thank you. Have a great day.